welcome back to another episode of Backpack Bushcraft. Last week, as we wrapped up our 10 lantern episode, I said that we'd be going to electric candles or electric illumination devices, flashlight, headlamp, stuff like that. What I have for you this week is 4 items that I got from Walmart. 3 were $1 each, 1 was about $5. And I have another item that I've had for a long time, and it's actually one of my favorite pieces of gear of all time. And I'm going to show you that too. It's a little bit more higher end, but it has a lot of other cool features. But what I need you to do is just sit back, relax, chill, and let's get this started. First off, just so everybody understands, I have one of the devices giving me a little illumination so you can see the items that I'm going to show you. Otherwise, it would just be absolute black and you couldn't see nothing. Let's start off with something that a lot of people are familiar with. This is an LED flashlight, cost me $1, like I said. Takes 3, and it just has a button on the back that turns it on and off. It does not have a pulse or nothing like that. Now, the thing I like about flashlights is they are bright in almost any direction you point them in. If you're looking for something, or you're trying to find something, or you're trying to see what's in front of you, you want a flashlight. It's basically a point and see. Those are kind of the pros of the flashlight, but it does have some cons. For instance, we may get a little bit of light, but it will swing back and forth. But that is a con to the flashlight. It really does not add to what I consider radiating lighting. To me, this is focused illumination. The next one I'll show you, I think I remember the first ones coming out probably about 10 years ago. At least that was when I first got my hands on it. This is the headlamp. Since the original release, they've been mass produced. Like I said, this one I got for $1, and I think originally it used to go for 30, 50, even higher. These are really the thing to have. In my opinion, they are pretty good. They basically have, if you can see on here, an adjustable head that allows you to look forward, slightly down, slightly more down, and basically all the way down. It actually points more towards your own face. Now what this allows you to do is to illuminate the area in front of you. I remember I first used mine to go frog gigging, and what we would do is we would point them down, turn them on, and look for the frog's eyes to reflect. Now you could do this with a flashlight and a buddy. Somebody would hold the flashlight, somebody would hold the gig stick. If you don't know anything about a gig sticks, they're very big, and it's better to use 2 hands as opposed to 1. You can do it with 1, but it's better to use 2. And that is really why these came in handy. But also, this is hands-free illumination. See, look. I know I keep blinding you, but look. I can do whatever I wanted to with my hands. The headlamp also has another feature that a lot of people have exploited when going camping. All you need is a plastic water bottle. Some people will use a water jug. Water bottle works fine if you're just by yourself. And it can actually give you a decent amount of radiating lighting. Now, compared to the other one, I'll set them in the same place. It's not bad, not as good, but clearly this is a multi-functioning tool. For the most part, you're going to use this thing to see what's in front of you. However, if you add it to a water bottle like I'm doing, a clear plastic water bottle, it will illuminate to a small degree. Inside a tarp, a small space like that, this is really enough illumination for you to get a lot of work done. The next item I have here on my head is very similar to the headlamp. This does solve basically the only problem I ever had with the headlamp was the fact that it was a strap around your head, and if you had it too tight or if you didn't have it tight enough, it would either fall off or constrict your head and give you a headache. This eliminates that whole problem. This is on your hat. You don't have to worry about it. The worst thing that can happen is if you lose your hat. In my opinion, this is a lot brighter than the headlamp. However, neither one of them are as bright as the flashlight, which is really a shame, but I guess it's just a matter of build. The other thing to mention about the cap light and the headlamp is they both take what I consider a watch battery. Now, I don't know the exact number on the watch battery, but it is a watch style battery as opposed to the AAA's fell to this, and our lamp that we got for about $5. It has a 4-click system. First click is a bright radiating illumination, which means it radiates out from a center point. All the walls can let light out, so it doesn't focus light, it lets it go everywhere. Second click has a red light, probably for emergencies or for signaling, or it's one of those cases where you don't need the white light. You need the red light so you can stalk something. Second is a strobe, obviously for getting some attention, obviously for emergency situations. And the last click, of course, will turn it off. This takes 4 AAA batteries in the bottom. And the last feature about it is it has a nice little bell. The only problem with this bell is it doesn't have a hump or anything in the middle to kind of hang off of, so it is prone to sliding. Also with lanterns, and this is most lanterns, is it's hard to get it to focus its lighting. About the only way to do it would be manually, which is where you put your hand around it and shine it. Now that's something I can do with an electric lamp, but it's not something I can do with a fire lantern or a candle, oil, something along those lines, because if I put my hand there, I'm going to burn it. And with that, we will go into our final item, which is my favorite, a solar powered flashlight and lantern combo. Starting off, it is a flashlight. It does have a handle back here that is used to hang it up, but you can hold it there if you really wanted to. It accordions out into a little lantern, and it is very bright, and it only gets brighter. That is the second mode. The third mode is actually a signaling strobe, good for letting somebody see that you're in danger, you may need help or something like that. Besides that, I also said it's solar powered, so I don't have to worry about carrying batteries or candles or anything like that for this. It's all right there. I just had to make sure you get sunlight. It does need sunlight. If you don't charge this thing every day, it will not work the next day. Probably one of the worst parts about it. It also has a little dock in here for a USB port and for another type of port. I can't remember what the other port is. I think one is used to charge it, and I think theoretically it can actually charge your other devices. I have tried this. I have never gotten to work. Possibly may buy another one of these and try it out again. Maybe I'm missing a piece of it. But still, nevertheless, an awesome piece of gear to have. But now, what we'll do is I'm going to set up some pictures over here. We'll have ourselves marked off into 3 different increments, 10 feet, 20 feet, and 30 feet. See how well we can see those objects using these different types of illumination. So stick right there. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's start this. I've already put my words over there. I don't know what they are. I haven't seen them. I'm testing right now just my base vision with my eyes adjusted to the light. Can I see anything? I can sort of make it out, but that's also probably because I know where it's at, but I can sort of make out a little bit of it, but it's not very clear at all. So the first thing we're going to test is the flashlight. We're going to see what we can see from the flashlight, and boom, I can see the white piece of paper at 30. Next we'll try the headlamp. I can sort of make it out. I don't think you can tell really. Let's try the cap light. 30 feet with cap light. Again, it's a little bit better, but still not really enough to get any detail by. And last we'll use the lantern. And actually I can sort of pick it up. Oh yeah, I can pick it up with the lantern pretty good. Okay, that's cool. We'll move up to 20 feet and we'll go from there. Okay, we're back here again. We're at 20 feet. We're doing again the base eye test. Again, I can barely make it out at 20 feet, but I cannot read it or nothing like that. We're going to try on the flashlight again first. I can see it a lot better, but I still can't read it. Next, we'll go to the overhead lamp, or the headlamp. And again, I can see it this time, but I can't really see it any better. Now for the cap light. Yeah, I mean, I can see it there, but I can't really read it or nothing. Lastly, we'll go with the lamp. With the lamp, again, I can see it's there, but I can't read it. Let's move up to the 10-foot marker. So we'll start with the flashlight. And, okay, I can sort of read it. It looks like maybe mature. Moving up just a little bit. Miniature. Okay, I can read it. Can you see it? Yeah, if you can read it from there, it says miniature. I'm about maybe 2 feet away, so probably about 8 feet away, and I can read it very clearly. I can almost read it clear enough back here at the 10-foot or the 10-foot marker. But you know, 8 is probably where it really needs to be at to be able to read it with any detail. We're going to tear this side down, or we'll put the next, and we'll see if I can read it with the headlamp. Okay, so we're going to start the headlamp next. Our 10-foot marker. I can see it, but I can't read it. So we're gonna move forward. Okay, there we go. I think that says, maybe allergy. Okay. Yep, this says allergy. You can read it. Can't read it. Okay, you can see it says allergy. I can read it at about probably about halfway in between, probably about 5 feet away, maybe 4, but it feels more like 5 than 4 to me. But I can read it about that far away. So we'll tear this word down, and we'll try the cap light next. Okay, so we're going to start with the cap light next. Now I can't read it, but it is kind of blown out of the way. I'm again back at the 10-foot marker. We'll move up a little bit. It says yesterday. See it? Now it reads a lot clearer, but let's see if I can read it as far back. Yeah, I'm probably about 6 foot, maybe 2. Yeah, probably about 2 yards, 6 feet away. And I can sort of read it. Yeah, I'm about 5-6 feet away for this one that I can read it on. So again, like we thought, the headlamp is a little bit worse than the cap light, but they both are very close. Neither one is as good as the flashlight, clearly. But yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll do the lantern next. Okay, so we're again here at the 10-foot marker. Okay, anyway, so here we're trying to read with the lantern. I don't read it. I'm at about 7 feet. And calzone. We did just have Italian food, so she must be thinking calzones. And I can read that at about, again with the winds with me, probably about 7 feet, maybe 6. Very similar to the flashlight. This has been pretty good. We'll now try out next we'll try the solar power. We'll see how it does. We'll go all the way back to 30 and walk us all the way in. 30 feet away with the solar powered lantern. With the flashlight, I can see the sign. Lantern, I cannot. Okay, so let's move up to 20. Okay, here's 20. Flashlight, I can still see the paper. I can now see the paper with the lantern exposed. All right, let's move all the way up to 10. I can see it and read it. It says, I don't know, maybe I can't read it. It says something with an S, so let me move up a little bit. I think it says spaceship. Yep, spaceship. That's about 8-9 feet away. And with the lantern, it's going to be, probably about 4, man, maybe even 3 away. That's real close. Well, guys, it's morning, and all we have left to do is give, I guess, my final impressions and the backpack ceremony, which is now going to be called the packing. No, really, I'm serious. I'm going to call it the packing. I have 5 pieces of gear here with me. I have the 4 pieces that I got at Walmart, and I have my solar lantern. Now, while I was filming this just a moment ago, I had a problem where I dropped this as I was putting it into my backpack, and I broke the handle. I am not very superstitious, but I am going to fix this and still use it. To fix this, what we'll do is we'll take a piece of pipe cleaner, feed it through this hole here. It'll come out where the foot used to be. I'll twist it off and do it on the other side, trim it up, make sure it's flush. But I'm going to place it in a side pouch right here. This is where it all went wrong last time. Whew! Alright, it worked that time. Okay, as for the next piece of gear, I have to choose between these. So, we're going to do a little bit of elimination, and that way you can see why I've chose what I've chose. While I like the hands-free option for both of these, it's really not the main focus that I'm looking for in a bushcraft or survival or camping thing. I'm not looking for hands-free, really. Because technically, if I set this down somewhere, this is hands-free. These will probably go into my hunting kits. I have a multiple hunting kits, so maybe one in each. So I'll find these for it. But the other reason is they take watch batteries. And now while watch batteries aren't really the cheapest thing, they're not really that bad, but I don't want to have to keep a big pack of them with me. And I don't even know if they take the same type of battery. So I want to put both of these somewhere else. And that leaves us to choose between the flashlight and the lantern. I wouldn't care to take this lantern. Like I said, I do like it, and it is a better lantern than the solar powered one. The main problem with this is it's a little bit more bulky, and I already have a very good lantern. I won't really need this lantern added to it. But in my opinion, I could always use another flashlight. If you need lighting, you're going to want to go for a flashlight anyway. So I think that's going to be the final reason why I take this one. It's also the most powerful of all 5 objects that I have. It also takes AAAs, which I can pack with me. It only takes 3 as opposed to this one, which takes 4. In the end, I think that this is just the best option to take if I'm taking something that's already a lantern as well. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We had a lot of fun. We got to do a lot. Sorry about all the dark video. You probably couldn't see half of it. It's just kind of how it is. Next week, we're going to go back to the lantern, but instead of focusing on the lantern, we're actually be talking about candles more. We're going to be experimenting with different things about your candle should do, and we're going to see which of our candles work the best, and you don't want to miss this. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, Backpack Bushcraft. If you want to, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BPackBushcraft. As always, you can check out the website where I post a blog every Sunday night, 10 p.m. EST. That website is www.backpackbushcraft.com. And until next time, guys, keep those fires burning, but along